Okay, ladies and gentlemen, can I get your attention, please? Please continue to enjoy your lunch, but in the interest of time, we're going to go ahead and get started. Ladies and gentlemen, if I could get your attention, please. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. As I mentioned at the beginning, we couldn't host these events without the generous support of our sponsors. Our presenting sponsor again this year, and for the 19th year in a row, is Town Bank. It is now my pleasure and my honor to introduce Bob Aston, founder, executive chairman, Town Bank, to the stage to make remarks and introduce the mayor. Bob?
Well, good afternoon, everybody. I hope you've enjoyed your lunch, and it's great to have an opportunity to be here. And let me tell you, it's a pleasure not only to be here for this event today, it's a pleasure for our company to be in the city of Norfolk. So I think back, this slide you see up on the screen, this marks our 20th anniversary here in this city. And I tell you, we couldn't have been more welcomed and more excited about what has happened over that 20-year period. We had the distinction of having Paul Frame chair our board initially, and obviously he was there to promote Norfolk at every turn. Every time I saw Paul, I had to hold on to my wallet because he was asking for additional money for something. But I love him, and rarely did I ever say no. In fact, I never said no. But it has been a real treat for us to be here. When we came to Norfolk, we had the opportunity, our friend Peter Decker provided us to get into the building that we're in across the street today. And as Paul just came back and sat down, but as Paul knows, when we opened the doors, we had zero in deposits in that office over there. Today, those deposits are over $1 billion in that one little office across the street. And so we've just been blessed with the support of this community in so many ways. It's just hard to imagine. Not so very long ago, when Mayor Alexander first became the mayor, he came to me and he said, "You have to do something else in Norfolk." And so as we worked for a while to think about building a building, and then Norfolk Southern building became available, and CHKD joined with us in purchasing that building. Our mayor was very involved in that process, involved a lot of negotiation, a lot of things we had to get done. But we were so proud to be able to put our name on that building. But more importantly, in that building today, it houses the headquarters of Town Financial Services, which really represents half of our company today. And that includes our insurance business, our mortgage business, our 1031 exchange business, our vacation property management business. All of those are now headquartered here in this city. In fact, the new CEO of our vacation property management business has just relocated here from Destin, Florida, to run that from here rather than from Florida. So today, there are over 400 employees we have here in the city of Norfolk between the bank and that building. Importantly, we've been very blessed with our insurance company, and today that Town Insurance Agency is the largest bank-owned insurance agency in the United States today, and it's headquartered here in the city of Norfolk. So again, I just thank all of you that have supported us through the years. It takes great pride for me when we go to investor conferences these days and you're trying to introduce yourself to new folks. They're always shocked to know that out of this community came 100% of the capital that built this company today. And we have never done a publicly underwritten stock offering. it was always friends and neighbors in this community that provided all the capital, and we've never added that capital outside. It's just been those same shares all these years. So thank you all so much for what you've done for our company. Today is my opportunity to introduce Mayor Alexander, who was first elected mayor of Norfolk here. It seems, I look back today, it's hard to believe it'll soon be 10 years, and he's done such a fantastic job. He's a lifelong resident of Norfolk. He's distinguished himself in so many ways. He's certainly been involved all of his life in civic work. Being a businessman himself, he understands the importance of economic development. He understands the struggles that businesses have today, growing and meeting their business, which really is a huge asset to the city in terms of bringing new businesses to this city. So we congratulate him on all that he does in that sense. He's also, his public service has been distinguished. A member of the Senate of Virginia, a member of the House of Delegates, gave up those roles to come back home and be the mayor of this city. He has earned a bachelor's degree in political science, a master's degree in diplomacy, and a PhD in leadership. You can't go up against this guy. He's got it all. And so just a terrific individual. But I think the thing that's most amazing, and he and I share some things in this regard, is that, I had the opportunity to start in this business 60 years ago when I was 18 years old, and I've been at it ever since. And my first job paid me $1.15 an hour to file checks and go get the coffee for the ladies in the office who sent me down the street to get the coffee. And when I look today at our mayor, his amazing success story began with his first full-time job here in the city of Norfolk, where he managed the cemeteries for the Norfolk Parks and Recreation. And look at him today, he's the mayor of our city. So congratulations for everything he's done. So with all those titles he's had during the year, whether it's mayor, senator, whatever it is, I don't know exactly how to introduce you, because I'm not sure whether it's Mayor Dr. Kenneth Cooper Alexander, or whether it's Dr. Mayor, or whether it's Dr. Senator Mayor. I'm just not really sure. So let me just welcome to the stage my friend Kenneth Cooper Alexander.
As we embark on Norfolk's parallel journey, fusing timeless treasures and modern marvels, we honor our storied history of resilience and transformation. Where every milestone is a new bridge and every project writes its own historic chapter of ingenuity and progress. We proudly stand as a nationally acclaimed hub for the arts, maritime, military, and culture. We embody a city that prioritizes safety, enjoyment, inclusivity, diversity, innovation, and heritage. Within our vibrant community, extraordinary individuals craft exceptional moments that resonate far and wide. We have been studied, a symbol of strength and resilience since 1682. Let's build on these victories and ensure Norfolk's winning spirit prevails for generations to come. Join me in building the city of now and the city of the future, where innovation thrives and history is made anew. Let's keep winning. Let's go Norfolk.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Bob Aston, for that kind introduction, and Town Bank for your unwavering commitment to the city of Norfolk and to the Hampton Roads region. It was greatly appreciated. Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 2025 Norfolk State of the City Address. I'm joined by the Vice Mayor of our city, Martin Thomas Jr., Thomas R. Smeagol, Member of Council, as well as Mamie B. Johnson, Courtney Doyle, John J.P. Page, Jeremy McGee, and Carlos Clanton. Will you please stand? Norfolk City Council. And the former mayor, Paul Frame, and former members of the council are joining us. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Dr. Terry Whibley, Andy Prodigero, and Andrea McClellan. Thank you for being here. Also joining us are our council appointees, City Manager Pat Roberts, City Attorney Bernard Pishko, City Clerk Richard Allen Bull, Real Estate Assessor Pete Rada, City Auditor Bradford Smith. Thank you for being here. And our constitutional officers, Clerk of the Circuit Court George Schaefer, Sheriff Joseph Barron, Treasurer Don Sessoms Hester, Fourth Attorney Renee Fadi. Will you please stand? Thank you for being here. And from our school board, Chair Sarah DeCalagero, Vice Chair Alfreda Thomas, Dr. Adele Martin, Tiffany Moore Buffalo, Tanya Basine, Ken Paulson, and Jason Inge. Thank you for being here. And of course, our superintendent, Dr. Sharon I. Birdsong. Thank you for all you do and for being here. Norfolk is home to the world's largest naval base, Naval Station Norfolk, a critical hub for national defense and a defining part of our city's identity. And with us today is Mr. Matthew Swartz, Executive Director and Chief of Staff for U.S. Fleet Forces Command. Sir, thank you for being here. And proudly serving our nation with us today is Captain Matt Schwarzman, Commanding Officer, Naval Station Norfolk, Captain Matt Olson, Commanding Officer, Naval Support Activity Hampton Roads, and Lieutenant Colonel Anthony Funkheiser, Acting Norfolk District Commander, U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. Sir, thank you for being here. Norfolk is the proud home and honored to host NATO's only North American headquarters, reinforcing our role in global security and international cooperation. And with us today from NATO is Deputy Supreme Allied Commander Transformation, General Chris Padilla. Sir. Norfolk is a dynamic city, a city of opportunity and a city of choice, where people live, work, and thrive. Norfolk is the region's economic engine and hub for business, higher education, maritime commerce, defense, health sciences, innovation, transportation, and the arts. Building on this momentum, we are planning today and building tomorrow through Norfolk's 2050 Comprehensive Plan, our strategic vision for the future. A safe city remains, will always be, our top priority. In 2024, we made significant strides in enhancing community-based crime prevention and strengthening sheriff, police, fire rescue, and park ranger services through strategic policing, advanced emergency response, and community-based crime intervention programs. These efforts have helped reduce crime, enhance public safety, and strengthen communities. As a result, violent crime dropped significantly, down 20%. Homicides decreased by 12% from the previous year and 41% from 2022. Stolen vehicles and non-fatal shootings declined by 40%. 3 police academy classes graduated, adding 43 new officers, bringing us closer to our goal of 600 sworn officers by 2026. 911 center enhancements reduced staff vacancies by 30% and improved call answer times by 20%. The Real-Time Crime Center is now fully operational with 845 citywide cameras to help enhance law enforcement response and crime prevention. Norfolk Fire Rescue responded to over 50,000 calls, welcomed 25 new firefighters, launched a new community response team, joined the Tidewater EMS Whole Blood Initiative, enabling life-saving transfusions in the field and partnered with Centera Norfolk General Hospital to reduce fall risks through education and resources. The Norfolk Sheriff's Office graduated the largest academy class of deputies in a decade, achieving its goal of helping 250 returning citizens earn their GEDs. It is our first responders. Thank you, Sheriff. It is our first responders' commitment, dedication, courage, and service to our community that's reducing crime and making our city safe. Our heartfelt thank you to Chief Mark Talbert and the Norfolk Police Department, Fire Chief Sidney Carroll, Norfolk Fire Rescue, Sheriff Joe Barron, and the Norfolk Sheriff's Office for all you do. Across the nation, businesses are experiencing shoplifting at levels that cause items to be placed behind locked panels. The lack of prosecution for retail theft is unacceptable. A fair and just criminal justice system must ensure that criminal behavior, including retail theft, carries the appropriate consequences to maintain public safety, protect businesses, and uphold the rule of law. Justice reform and accountability are not mutually exclusive. They must work together to create a just system that is both equitable and effective. In Norfolk, we intend to support businesses impacted by shoplifting by passing a city ordinance that enables the city to prosecute shoplifting. Enforcing this crime, yes. Enforcing this crime under city code will allow Norfolk to take action where the Commonwealth has not. In Norfolk, we're not only prioritizing public safety, but we are prioritizing sustainability, economic growth, and community well-being. Unemployment reached 3%, the lowest in a decade. Norfolk played a significant role in the region's economic growth, contributing to an output exceeding $130 billion. With more than 167 jobs across multiple sectors, Norfolk is the most economically diverse job market in the region. In addition, we're providing crucial support to local entrepreneurs and startups. The Selden Marketplace, one of our small business incubators, hosted over 387,000 visitors, 14 storefront businesses, and over 380 pop-up businesses, including Studio Kumba, a pop-up art studio and workspace showcasing local art, handmade goods, and cultural craftsmanship. Norfolk Candle, offering hand-poured soy candles, Norfolk-themed merchandise, and apparel. Cooking with Greens is revolutionizing the culinary scene with artisan spice blends, innovative flavors, cooking classes, and kitchen tools. Potted, a one-of-a-kind destination blending a passion for tropical plants with premium handcrafted teas. 4 startups transitioned into brick-and-mortar locations, 3 in Norfolk. Simone Cherie Fine Lingerie on City Hall Avenue. Amelie Trey Focacceria, serving authentic focaccia sandwiches and more on Monticello Avenue. Bliss Ice Cream and Desserts with handcrafted ice cream cups, cones, sundaes, and milkshakes on Granby Street. Yes, and Norfolk. Businesses are investing, driving job creation and economic prosperity. TST Fab and Machine on 27th Street is investing $3 million to expand its Norfolk headquarters, creating 56 new jobs. Total Quality Logistics, North America's second largest freight brokerage company, expanded at Late Wright Executive Center, adding 100 new jobs and is planning to bring 1,000 more jobs to Norfolk over the next 5 years. Pat & Cole, Pat & Cole on Curlew Drive invested $2.8 million to expand and enhance its Norfolk cold storage facility to provide specialized training also for their employees. Kerry Medical in Norfolk Square invested $1.2 million in a 30,000 square foot facility, creating 60 new jobs. 508 Craft House invested $500,000 in Chelsea, adding 25 jobs. Smashers, the Cape Charles food truck, opened its first brick and mortar location in Norfolk at the shops at Lake Wright, investing $250,000, creating 20 jobs. Nathan Ingram started Sour Street Pizza in Norfolk with a wood-fired pizza oven on a trailer. He is now celebrating the opening of his first brick and mortar location in Ocean View. Congratulations to all of these new and expanding businesses in the city of Norfolk. Norfolk's Innovation Corridor, the NIC, a global center for entrepreneurship, technology, research, and emerging markets, is driving new opportunities across sectors. Since its inception, the NIC has generated more than $47 million in capital investments and has created over 400 new tech jobs in Norfolk. Let's keep momentum going, and let's go NIC. Norfolk is the gateway to the Atlantic Intercoastal Waterway, a key hub for maritime trade, commerce, strategic location at the convergence of the James and Elizabeth River, as well as the Chesapeake Bay, which is key to maritime and port operations. Headquartered in Norfolk, the Port of Virginia is one of the nation's most efficient ports, driving economic growth. With $124 billion in output sales, $5.8 billion in state and local taxes and fees, 565,000 full and part-time jobs, and the recipient of a $380 million Clean Ports Grant from the EPA, the second largest award in the country, advancing the port to net zero emissions by 2040. Fairwinds Landing, the former Lambert's Point docks, is being transformed into a vibrant 132-acre maritime industrial base and logistics center that in 2 short years has already attracted 7 multi-billion-dollar companies. Ballacor Construction, on behalf of Dominion Energy, is completing a $65 million state-of-the-art operations and maintenance base for offshore wind, adding 55 direct land-based jobs and over 100 direct sea-based jobs. Newport News Shipbuilding Norfolk will triple its footprint in 2025 to expand capacity to fabricate large steel structures for nuclear aircraft carriers, a $75 million expansion employing over 150 maritime trade professionals. Fairlead is converting an 80,000 square foot warehouse into a metal processing center to support aircraft carriers, adding over 25 skilled trade jobs. In collaboration with Fairwinds, Fairlead is planning a more than $185 million investment for port infrastructure upgrades and shipbuilding enhancements. Thank you, Jerry Miller. Thank you, Fairwinds. The Fairwinds project is having a positive impact on the businesses in Chelsea and is playing a vital role in supporting the maritime industry, driving economic growth and promoting innovation and sustainability. This year marks the 150th anniversary of Kiwanis Shipyard in Berkeley, the oldest family-owned shipyard in the United States, a cornerstone of Norfolk's maritime legacy. Over the past 5 years, Kiwanis has been awarded nearly $700 million in federal contracts. Thank you, Congressman Scott, reflecting its vital role in both national defense and maritime industry. Congratulations to Kiwanis Shipyard on celebrating 150 years in Berkeley. Access to affordable housing and development of skills are crucial for individuals and communities to thrive, ultimately leading to a more successful future. In 2024, we transformed 35 residential vacant lots into housing opportunities for families with $1 million in property sales, provided more than 30 homeowners with renovation assistance, helped over 100 families through the Norfolk Eviction Prevention Center with over $300,000 in funding, assisted nearly 200 individuals at Norfolk's shelter, the center, with 70% transitioning to housing programs, integrated the homeless services into the My Norfolk web portal and mobile app to streamline requests. And with Norfolk Redevelopment and Housing Authority, we invested $1.7 million in down payment assistance, helping 60 families to become first-time home buyers in the city of Norfolk. In Norfolk, people are at the heart of who we are. We have invested $1.2 million in the Norfolk Human Services Center to better serve families, integrated the Norfolk Care Center into the Office of Citizen Services, which has improved the answer rate by 80%, moved the Norfolk Department of Neighborhoods to a 26,000 square foot space on Glen Rock Road, offering community hubs for gatherings, meetings, training, and collaboration, and a new 22,000 square foot Armed Services YMCA facility is set to open next month in Norfolk Commerce Center, an $11 million investment funded by the Department of Defense, thank you, Congressman Scott, creating more than 60 jobs to support the well-being of our military families. And we recently celebrated the grand opening of the new Goodwill store in Janeth. This 16,000 square foot store, $750,000 investment is expected to generate $1.1 million in revenue during its first year of operation. People are at the heart of who we are in the city of Norfolk. Norfolk is more than neighborhoods. We are a vibrant tapestry of history, resilience, and ideas, where opportunity and choice define us. From East Beach to St. Paul's to downtown, where we are committed to building sustainable communities for today's residents and future generations. Whether it's Ocean View, a waterfront gym, St. Paul's, a bold vision for the future, or our vibrant downtown, now home to over 6,000 residents, we are focused on quality housing, economic opportunities, green infrastructure, and environmental sustainability. In St. Paul's, Origin Circle, and Reunion, the first two buildings in Kindred, are now fully leased, marking a major milestone. Aspire at Church Street opened this year with 85 luxury apartment homes. Unity Place, a 140-unit mixed-use development, is set to open this summer, featuring over 26,000 square feet of commercial space. In Kindred, over 200 new apartment homes are in the works, bringing the total to 714 luxury apartment homes by 2026. And a $1.6 million federal grant, thank you, Congressman Scott, is funding the Freemason Street Bridge connecting Kindred to the surrounding community. But more importantly, household incomes have doubled to nearly $38,000, and 75% of former Tidewater Gardens residents are now earning wages totaling $9.6 million. The Station, a workforce housing development by the Franklin Group, is designed for Norfolk's first responders, public sector employees, nurses, allied health professionals, and active duty military families. A $42 million investment creating 154 luxury apartment homes, 2 commercial spaces, and 128 construction jobs is underway. Education. Education isn't just a personal investment, it is an economic engine that provides local, national, and global prosperity. STEM and arts programs were introduced in every high school in the city of Norfolk, ensuring students graduate not just with diplomas, but with limitless possibilities for their futures. The class of 2024 received over $63 million in scholarships, opening doors to higher education and career opportunities. 19 students have completed training through the Norfolk Public School System and the Aviation Institute of Maintenance dual enrollment, dual credit aviation and aerospace program, with the first cohort set to graduate next month. The governor, The Governor's School for the Arts in Norfolk continues to build communities with a passion for the arts and has reached record enrollment. GSA students earned more than $13 million in scholarships. And at the end of this academic year, Deborah Thorpe, who was one of the founders, will be retiring after 37 devoted years to the Governor's School for the Arts. Thank you, Deborah, and congratulations to all of our scholars in the city of Norfolk. Since 1840, we have been promoting lifelong learning through our public libraries, investing in access and in resources. Last year, we welcomed over 500,000 patrons and a 42% increase from the previous year. Site preparation has begun for the new Norfolk Fitness and Wellness Center at Newport, which will include a state-of-the-art library that integrates the latest technologies, innovative design, and user-centered services to enhance learning, research, and community engagement. And Norfolk's higher education institutions are driving innovation and workforce development with the opening of the Macon and Joan Brock Virginia Health Science Building at Old Dominion University, which includes EBMS. Norfolk became the home to the largest academic health center in the state. In September, the State Council of Higher Education of Virginia, SHAV, approved the creation of the Joint School of Public Health between Old Dominion and Norfolk State University. Tidewater Community College and Norfolk Works designed a new healthcare trailer, Care Now, which provides students with training in phlebotomy and the art of patient care. Tidewater Community College and Norfolk State University partnered to create the TCC NSU Passport Program, ensuring a smooth transition and transfer for college students. Last fall, Norfolk State University launched its most ambitious fundraising campaign, aiming to raise $90 million during the university's 90th anniversary. And Virginia Wesleyan University and Norfolk Collegiate partnered on a NOAA-funded initiative, thank you, Congressman Scott, the Shared Waters Project, where fourth graders engage in watershed education and water quality analysis on Norfolk's Broad Creek and Lafayette River. Centura College Norfolk installed a 60-foot, two-bladed G11 wind turbine, becoming a job training hub for Dominion Energy's Coastal Virginia Offshore Wind Project. From specialized care to cutting-edge medical technology, Norfolk's healthcare institutions are driving innovation and accessibility, ensuring high-quality care for all. We recently celebrated the grand opening of the region's first comprehensive sickle cell program, a collaboration between Centera and the EBMS Medical Group at ODU. Centera is piloting a blood vending machine in emergency and operating rooms to store critical blood products closer to patients, and CHKD gained approval to offer CAR T-cell therapy, a groundbreaking immunotherapy for children battling cancer. With continued advancements and innovation, Norfolk remains on the cutting edge of health sciences. As the most multimodal city in Virginia, Norfolk continues to expand transportation choices. Across all modes, we are raising ridership and passenger demand. Hampton Roads Transit, riders surged 65% since April 2020 with 450,000 monthly trips. More people are relying on buses and ferries, paratransit, and light rail as their primary mode of transportation. Norfolk's Amtrak station ranks among the top 5 busiest stations in the southeastern United States, with the Norfolk to Washington route surpassing 500,000 passengers. Norfolk International Airport welcomed nearly 5 million passengers in 2024, a 7% increase from the previous year. Transform ORF, a nearly $1 billion capital improvement plan, is modernizing the airport with sustainability initiatives, enhanced passenger amenities, and infrastructure upgrades. Since 2017, Mayor Frame, we have added new air service and new routes from Norfolk International Airport, including Allegiant, Frontier, Breeze, and Spirit. And this month, Mr. Mayor, we'll be adding JetBlue. In Norfolk, we're just taking off. Oh, by the way, I became mayor in 2016. I just wanted to say. Tourism remains a major economic driver, supporting 8,500 jobs and generating more than $153 million in room revenue. Last year, visitors spent in Norfolk a record-breaking $1.4 billion, a 6.8% increase from the previous year. In November, Nauticus unveiled a $21.5 million renovation with cutting-edge exhibits, immersive experiences, and STEM learning opportunities. A $12 million renovation of the Peter G. Decker Jr. Half Moon Cruise Center is near completion. And in February, in Norfolk, we launched Virginia's first year-round cruise service with return of Carnival Sunshine. Each week, more than 6,000 passengers will pass through our terminal, generating an estimated $19 million in economic impact and $3 million in direct revenue annually for the city of Norfolk. Festivals are a cornerstone of Norfolk's identity, celebrating culture, attracting visitors, fostering community spirit, and fueling the economy. In 2024, Festivents drew over 400,000 guests, generated $38 billion in economic impact, attracted 80% of private revenue from outside of the city, created opportunity for more than 100 small business vendors who earned $1.7 million. And Norfolk's Grand Illumination Parade, a beloved tradition, attracted over 75,000 spectators downtown. The annual St. Patrick's Day Parade in Ocean View drew over 50,000 spectators to OB. And the annual Parade of Nations, part of NATO's festival, features entries from each of the 32 member nations, and high school marching bands from around the country brings thousands to downtown Norfolk in support of NATO. Investing in our recreation parks and open spaces is vital to the quality of life of Norfolk residents. A $2.5 million expansion of Ocean View Beach Park will be completed by the end of the year. The project includes dune restoration, walkways, additional green spaces, picnic tables and benches, a performance venue, and additional parking. But also, we are creating a dedicated funding source to support sand replenishment and improve beach access from Willoughby to East Beach. Let's go OV. The 10.5-mile Elizabeth River Trail, one of Norfolk's most traveled outdoor spaces, continue to add new amenities. In partnership with the United Way of Southampton Roads, the trail introduced the region's first Born Learn Trail at Fort Norfolk. This interactive installation features 10 stations promoting early childhood learning and family connections. In Norfolk, we're driving progress through bold leadership, cutting-edge innovation, and collective success. The city retained its gold certification from What Works Cities, reaffirming our leadership and data-driven governance. The Innovation and Resilience Award, recognizing innovations in environmental resilience focusing on sea level rise mitigation, was awarded to the City of Norfolk, the Port of Virginia, and Stromberg Garrion and Associates of Norfolk. Naval Station Norfolk won the Installations Command Excellence Award for 2025, and to honors Norfolk's Navy legacy, the United States Navy is naming a new Virginia-class submarine, USS Norfolk. Centara Lee Hospital achieved Magnet with Distinction, a prestigious recognition of nursing excellence, and CHKD was named one of Forbes' 400 best mid-sized employers, and its spine program became the first in the nation to earn advanced pediatric spine certification. And there's more. Norfolk's Hampton Roads Veteran Employment Center was designated a Blue Star Families Outpost, expanding resources for military families, and the Maury Commodores won the Class 5 State Football Championship, securing their third title in 6 seasons. Go Commodores! And then there is Norfolk State University men's and women's basketball teams. Achieved remarkable double victory, claiming MEAC tournament championships and advancing to the NCAA March Madness tournament. We are proud of our student athletes. What can we say? Behold! Congratulations. Let's keep winning, Norfolk. Now, we are the arts, and the arts are us. Norfolk's vibrant art scene significantly contributes to the city's economy and cultural landscape. The Virginia Opera attracts over 50,000 attendees annually and is premiering Loving versus Virginia later this month. The Virginia Symphony Orchestra attracts over 43,000 attendees, contributing $1.7 million in spending, generates $250,000 in local taxes and fees, reinforcing Norfolk's economic vitality. And the Virginia Stage Company, a cornerstone of our community, drew over 58,000 patrons last year. Norfolk Public's art scene saw exciting new installations in 2024, further enriching our city's creative landscape. In the Neon District, welcome Weatherman, a striking mural sponsored by PRA Group, while the family Vesper Riders brought artistic vibrancy to OV. In Chesterfield Heights Community Village, Taming of the Surge became a key part of Ohio Creek Watershed Project, emphasizing the intersection of art and environmental resilience. And at 5 Points, the immersive gateway sculpture Resilience now stands as a welcoming landmark for visitors. The Plot, Neon's urban park, saw over 9,000 visitors, demonstrating the profound cultural and economic impact of Norfolk's public art initiative. And in 2024, 7 venues hosted over 725 performances, attracting 1.1 million patrons, generating $25.1 million in economic impact. And this season, Broadway in Norfolk continues to bring must-see productions, including the Neil Diamond musical, A Beautiful Noise, The Wiz, the hit Broadway musical and Juliet, the Tony Award-winning musical comedy Sharked, Mrs. Doubtfire, and Disney's The Lion King. And the Patriotic Festival, a 3-day country music and military appreciation event at Scope Arena, drew over 26,000 attendees and $2.7 million in direct spending. This year's festival will feature Old Dominion, Riley Green, and Jordan Davis. The inaugural Cousins Festival at Scope Plaza welcomed 6,000 attendees enjoying national talent, including Erykah Badu and Grammy Award-winning DJs. The Virginia Arts Festival contributed over $25 million to the economy, attracted over 100,000 attendees, reached over 30,000 students, and this season will bring acclaimed award-winning artists' performances to Norfolk, including the U.S. debut of Birmingham Royal Ballet's Black Sabbath, Jazz at Lincoln Center Orchestra with Wynton Marsalis, the Virginia International Tattoo, this year celebrating the 250th birthday of the United States Army, Navy, and Marines. Norfolk, we are building a brighter future through major investments in Norfolk's arts, cultural venues, and educational institutions. The Chrysler Museum's Perry Glass Studio underwent a $30 million expansion. The Hurrah Players opened the region's first TV and film academy, a $1.5 million investment, boosting enrollment by 24%. The Norfolk Botanical Garden welcomed more than 500,000 visitors, and the $48 million Garden of Tomorrow is set to open in October. The Virginia Zoo is expanding with the Macon and Joan Brock Adventure Campus, enhancing the experience for over 375,000 visitors annually. The Barry Art Museum is doubling its gallery space with a $25 million expansion, adding the Waitzer Wing. The Virginia Arts Festival is launching a $14 million campaign to restore and expand the old Norfolk Academy building on St. Paul's Boulevard, and the city has commenced a $10.6 million construction project in the Neon Art District to upgrade utilities and overhaul the streetscape with new lighting, sidewalks, and landscaping. Norfolk is a thriving hub for professional sports, home to the Norfolk Admirals and the Norfolk Tides, two minor league franchises that saw remarkable attendance in 2024. Together, they drew over 1 million fans to Scope and Harbor Park, generated nearly $25 million in ticket sales, and to enhance accessibility, HRT is providing free light rail service to and from Harbor Park and free ferry rides from Portsmouth. And Norfolk made history with a sold-out boxing event at Scope Arena. More than 10,000 fans witnessed Keyshawn, Kelvin, and Keon Davis, all delivering electrifying performances, generating over $1 million in ticket sales. And on February the 14th, Norfolk's own Keyshawn Davis became the WBO lightweight champion of the world at Madison Square Garden. Driving economic opportunity and creating lasting impacts is fueled by bold investments, shaping the city's landscape. The Norfolk Casino, a $750 million resort project next to Harbor Park, is underway and will transform our waterfront with the largest private investment in the city's history. This world-class casino and hotel resort will feature 200 hotel rooms with top-tier accommodations, 1,500 slot machines, 50 table games, a 4,000 square foot spa and gym, 13,000 square foot meeting space, a 45,000 square foot amenity deck, 8 food and beverage venues, and 8-story, 14-space parking structure. The transitional casino will open in November with a permanent casino and hotel resort slated to open in 2027. When fully operational, Norfolk's casino is projected to deliver $290 million annually in economic output, $30 million in tax revenue, and provide over 850 good-paying jobs. At the end of the day, quality of life and community well-being remains our top priority. I'm pleased to announce the Norfolk Fitness and Wellness Center at Military. Norfolk's second combined recreation and library facility. We have partnered with Lowe's Design of Fairfax to begin planning for this state-of-the-art fitness, wellness, and library facility on the east side of our city. The new facility will feature a cutting-edge library that incorporates the latest technologies, innovative design, and services focused on user needs to support learning, research, and community involvement. The facility will serve as an anchor for the planned mixed-use development at the site of the former Military Circle Mall. Community and stakeholder engagement for this exciting project will begin immediately. Last year, we shared that the future of MacArthur Mall demands a bold vision that celebrates our culture, reconnects our city, attracts tourists, and ensures economic vitality. I'm pleased to announce a partnership with HG80 as the master developer. With over 2 decades of experience in transforming retail and mixed-use spaces, the HG80 team is responsible for development of Bethesda Road, a $265 million, 720 square foot community on 17 acres in Bethesda, Maryland. Pike and Rose, a $950 million development on 1.7 million square feet of 24 acres in North Bethesda, Maryland. And Santana Road, an iconic $2.4 million square feet, $1.3 billion development on 45 acres in San Jose, California. HD80 brings the expertise, innovation needed to unlock the MacArthur site's full potential. Well, friends, it's time to close. Norfolk is a city of opportunity and choice, striking a balance between economic development and livability, key to providing a thriving and resilient community. Through astute leadership, disciplined management, and strategic growth, Norfolk remains financially strong. Our commitment to financial excellence is reflected in Standard & Poor's AAA bond rating, AAA upgrade for our water utility system by Fitch Ratings, 5 consecutive Triple Crown Awards from the Government Finance Officers Association. These achievements underscore our dedication to fiscal responsibility, transparency, and long-term stability, ensuring Norfolk's continued success. I'm proud to report that the state of our city is strong. For nearly 350 years, Norfolk has been a cornerstone of America's history, commerce, innovation, and prosperity. Defined by resilience, we have withstood wars, epidemics, hurricanes, and social change, emerging stronger each and every time. With a legacy of reinvention, we tackle challenges in Norfolk head-on, driven by determination and passion. As a regional model for economic growth, Norfolk's diverse and dynamic economy thrives on a pro-business climate, an entrepreneur spirit, and a highly skilled workforce. Our city is a city of opportunity where all can thrive, achieve their aspirations, and pursue self-determination. Our city is a city of choice for future generations, boasting a diverse economy, exceptional opportunity attributes, and endless opportunities. We are a city where history meets progress, innovation fuels opportunity, and our communities drives our success. Norfolk is a hub of excellence where bold entrepreneurs, military strength, and cutting-edge health sciences shape our future. Our landmarks tell our story. Our museums preserve our heritage. And our festivals are what unites us. Beyond buildings and infrastructure, our authenticity, our shared values is what sustain us. We honor our history and our identity while embracing change. Creativity, innovation, and the arts are woven into the fabric of our city. We are not just building buildings in Norfolk. We're building a strong, more sustainable city, a city where public spaces unite us, startups reshape commerce, and ingenuity drives our future. As we move forward, we will continue to build a sustainable economy, a city of immense opportunity, a place for unmatched choice that inspires future generations with confidence and togetherness, and this unwavering belief that our best days ahead, we will march forward. Thank you. Let's go, Norfolk!